All right, welcome back, everybody. Talking to Steve and Larry from New Wave, and we were talking about, or before we were talking about the fact that somebody brought up to me today the cable box issue. That there's been a shortage of cable boxes in this market.
Cable box. You know, I wish somebody had a crystal ball and could tell me how many boxes I'm going to need for this next 6 months. I don't know. And the great thing about these DVRs is you cannot go down to the local store and buy these things. They're about $480 a piece. So
your cost.
Our cost.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what they cost us. So, but anyway, we have ordered a huge quantity. There will be no more waiting list. We'll satisfy the entire waiting list next week, and there will be no more shortage. I'm going to over order, but you know, it's just one of those things that, you know, tell me how much to order. I mean, do we need 100? We need 200? You just never know. How could anybody imagine the popularity of this thing?
Right.
And DVRs are a perfect example of the economic lesson of supply and demand.
That's right.
You know, we had a demand for them. We ordered a supply. The demand dropped off. Then it picked back up.
Yeah.
We didn't have the supply for it, and they're hard to get.
Yep.
A lot of people don't realize is the boxes that we use are made by like 1 or 2 companies in the world.
That's right. Yeah, Motorola's.
And they make them for everybody.
Yeah.
New Wave, Comcast, Charter, you name the MSO, they make it for them. So that was the deal in trying to get those. But with January 1 and some supplies have built up, we'll knock that waiting list out at this time. And a little teaser here, there'll be some special deals for that too.
And I love the DVRs you guys have, and I've said this on before. You know, I've got 2. I've got your DVR and I've got a TiVo, and the quality on your DVRs blows the TiVo away. And I love my TiVo.
Yeah.
But and yours is high definition too.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Which is pretty cool. The greatest thing about high definition, it made me watch commercials again. You know?
Not that bad for me.
Yeah, not that bad again. Well, let's see what else is going on. And you told me some stuff that's going to happen next year, sports-wise. Folks, you want to be a part.
Yeah, we'll keep that down home.
Yeah,
and that
I know it, but you don't get to know.
Yeah, it's a secret. And that's part of the supply and demand. The demand for Hopkinsville was for this individual network, and we're going to try to supply that before that particular season. I almost just blurted it all out right there. That particular season starts off, but it's it's you guys ask us, and you have a receptive company that will listen to. Do we fill every channel request? No. Because we don't fill requests for Al Jazeera. I'll be honest. Right. You know, just.
But you know, a good example of that was and a perfect example of how your cable advisory board worked.
Yeah.
Was Phil Carson was part of the cable advisory board at the time. He brought to us a petition from, I forget how many, I still have the petition.
It was 350
It was over 300 plus that wanted EWTN. And that's your cable advisory board. They took a petition, they presented it to me and said, we'd like this channel, Larry, and this is how many people want us. Well, that's pretty popular. We need to add that. And we did. Yeah. That's what your cable advisory board is for. That's just one of the things that they do for us.
And that's part of the regulatory part that they do.
Exactly.
So bottom line, folks, I think, you know, we talk about the fact that there's been some negotiations going on, and again, we're 2 separate parts of the playing field here. When I sit and talk to these guys, they're the cable side, I'm the broadcast side, and I'm not on their side for any reason other than, you know, I want my product out there. Sure. They carry it. We do a lot of work with them, and I'm not offered on the new product that's coming to town. You have your reasons for not wanting them. I have my reasons for. No, it's not not wanting them. That's not good.
No, it's not that at all.
We want it to be done the way it is. One thing I wanted to mention, I almost forgot this. Several people today who I talked to, city council people, whatever, said, why are you on cable, but yet you won't be on this new service? I think we touched on this a little earlier. Because of regulation, because there are rules to follow as to what gets put where. And that's what we're all looking at here, is because this is a new technology. And I think the city of Hopkinsville actually had a good idea in the beginning to go and say, we need to know how to handle this situation. And that's what they did. They said, we're putting this before the courts, you tell us what to do, because, you know, the franchises say you guys are the operator.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
for cable, and
yeah,
this is a different technology.
I think what people may miss in this conversation, and it's a valid conversation to have, Mr. Gleason at the last city council meeting mentioned in the public comments about zoning laws, how you can't build a quickie, well, I'm paraphrasing, but you can't build a quickie mart in the middle of a subdivision.
Right.
And that's the regulation. It's the same thing here. You can't come to town and run over the citizens of Hopkinsville and do what you want to do, serve them when you get good and ready to serve them, i.e. your other provider, previous to, without some regulatory authority. If you as a consumer get mad at New Wave, and it happens because we ain't perfect, you know, my English isn't either, But if you get mad,
He went to he's an Alabama guy.
there you go. But if you get mad at New Wave and you escalate it to the president of the company at New Wave, which by the way is on our website, you can do that.
He'll talk to you.
Yeah, he'll call you back too, sometimes late. But if you escalate it as far in New Wave as you go and you're still not happy, you can go down to Lackey Municipal Building and file a complaint with the Cable Regulatory Authority. Nikki Radford, bless her heart, handles that all the time.
Yes, she does. Yeah.
With this other provider, they don't care enough to have a higher authority to answer to.
Right. All right. We'll be right back. Wind things up.